What Meghan didn't realize, what perhaps she still refuses to admit even now, is that Hollywood has mastered the art of silent rejection, far more brutal than anything she ever experienced behind palace walls. Royals wound with protocol. Hollywood wounds with indifference. And nothing stings more than entering a glittering room where nobody wants to orbit around you. At Kris Jenner's party, in that mansion large enough to swallow entire royal estates, Meghan wasn't the main character. She wasn't even a supporting role. She was an extra trying to force her way into a frame that had already been filmed. Because while she floated through the room searching for relevance, the real stars were busy cementing their legacies. Adele was effortlessly magnetic. Mariah was untouchable. Martha was the embodiment of earned respect. Nobody cared about Meghan's carefully posed smile or her glittering gown or the narrative she so desperately wanted to craft. What people saw was a woman trying too hard to belong and a man beside her who looked like he would rather be anywhere else on earth. Harry kept his spine straight, kept his hands tucked, kept his gaze low, as if every chandelier in the room was blinding him. And maybe it was. Because what hung above him wasn't just crystal and gold, it was 1,000 reminders of what he left behind. And the hardest truth? Hollywood isn't the escape Meghan promised him. If anything, it has become a colder palace, one where titles mean nothing and clout reigns supreme. The room saw Harry as a lost prince wandering without a kingdom. They saw Meghan as the former duchess trying to hustle her way into a circle where fame has rules she never bothered to learn. The whispers weren't cruel. They were curious, observational, detached. "Why are they here?" one producer supposedly murmured. "Did Kris invite them or did they invite themselves?" a stylist joked. The laughter was soft, hidden behind hands and champagne flutes, but unmistakable. Hollywood's quiet mockery is worse than open hostility because it's coated in sugar yet sharp as glass. And this brings us to Adele, the woman who unintentionally became the symbol of the night. When Adele refused to acknowledge Meghan, that wasn't a scandalous public takedown. It wasn't petty. It wasn't performative. It was simply uninterested. That kind of dismissal cuts deeper than confrontation because it strips away the illusion that this is a feud or rivalry. Adele doesn't feud. Adele doesn't fight for cameras. Adele doesn't exchange Instagram shade. Adele simply does not care. And that, more than any headline or rumor, told the truth about Meghan's current standing in the entertainment world. She is chasing people who are not chasing her back. She is extending hands toward circles that do not extend theirs in return. She is fighting for relevance in a room where relevance is earned, not demanded. But the night didn't just expose Meghan's Hollywood struggle. It showed something darker, something that fans have whispered about for months. Harry looked like a man slowly breaking under the weight of a life he never asked for. Every time Meghan leaned in to speak to someone, Harry stepped back. Every time she smiled for a camera, Harry turned away. Every time she tried to socialize, Harry's expression tightened, as if he was calculating how many minutes remained before he could politely ask to leave. The pictures captured it. The eyewitness accounts confirmed it. Even the body language experts on social media analyzed it frame by frame. Something in their dynamic has shifted. What once looked like a united front now resembles two people walking side by side but living in different worlds. Meghan chasing opportunity. Harry chasing a sense of peace that always slips through his fingers. And in that luxurious Beverly Hills mansion, under the weight of designer perfumes and million-dollar chandeliers, their desires collided in a way that was impossible to hide. Meghan wanted the room to see her. Harry wanted the room to forget him. Meghan wanted validation. Harry wanted escape. Meghan wanted visibility. Harry wanted invisibility. This is not a judgment. It's a contrast. A widening gap between two people who once promised the world they would rewrite the royal script together. But outside the palace, real life has no scriptwriters, and image management has no reset button. And now the story is writing itself in real time. Harry is clearly longing for something simpler, quieter, grounded, something that resembles home. Meghan wants the opposite. She wants lights, cameras, significance. She wants the world to see her rise from the ashes she believes were created for her. But the world she's trying to rise into is no longer interested in coronations of celebrities. They want authenticity. They want earned success. They want people who bring something new to the table. And that's the problem. Meghan spent years telling stories about the palace, about the tabloids, about the system. But Hollywood doesn't care about royalty anymore. They care about originality, consistency, and substance. And when her platforms started slipping, when Spotify ended their deal, when Netflix lost enthusiasm, when her lifestyle brand stalled, Hollywood quietly understood something Meghan still refuses to see: the public's fascination can fade. And without fascination, relevance becomes a fragile thing. As midnight crept through Jeff Bezos's mansion and the party shifted into its late-night rhythm, something else happened that sealed the emotional tone of the night. Meghan tried one last time to approach someone influential, someone important, someone who could shift her Hollywood trajectory if they warmed up to her. But once again, the conversation ended quickly. The smile faded. The energy shifted. She turned back to Harry, who stood with his hands in his pockets, staring at the floor as if it could swallow him whole. For the first time all night, Meghan's smile faltered. Because even she could feel it now. The room wasn't rejecting her out loud, it was rejecting her in silence. And silence is much louder in Hollywood than noise. Their exit was quiet. No fanfare. No goodbyes. Just two figures walking toward a car, one with tired eyes, one with a half-finished smile, leaving behind the glitter, the power, the chilly glances, and the truth that hit harder than Adele's snub. Meghan and Harry are no longer the couple Hollywood is curious about. They are the couple Hollywood quietly tolerates. And perhaps the saddest part is this: neither of them saw it coming.